Hello, and welcome to the pilot episode of Math Them Right. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Evelyn.
And we're Kevin and Ev.
And this is Walter.
I'm the owner of KC Tutoring, an online tutoring service based out of Southern California. Walter here is the mascot for our company and will be the co-star for all of our videos. Ev and I have years of experience teaching students Common Core math, and we started this channel because we noticed students tend to get stuck on the same concepts year in and year out.
If you're a parent watching this, you may know the math but not understand the Common Core method. We hope these videos will be a fun and helpful resource that will help you ace that math class.
So here's how our videos will work. They'll usually have two parts. The first part will be an in-depth explanation of the concept, and the second part will be one of us doing a couple of example problems at normal speed without any explanation. The videos will be time-stamped for your convenience.
If you ever come into the video already feeling pretty confident about a certain concept and just want to see a few examples completed, feel free to skip to part 2. We will also create a separate video that specifically covers word problems related to a particular topic.
Before we get started, if you find this or the other videos that we post on this channel helpful and delightful, or if you're just a huge fan of Walter, please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And don't forget to tell all your friends and family about us.
But only if you think we're good. Don't bring us up if you think we're terrible. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for your support, and let's get started. Today we're going to cover one-step equations. Many 6th and 7th grade students struggle with this, but don't you worry. We are going to make this super easy and painless. Learning any math concept can be done in 3 simple steps. Number 1, understand the goal. Number 2, memorize the steps. And number 3, know the traps other students commonly fall into so you don't make the same mistakes. So let's take a look at the goal, steps, and traps of one-step equations. The goal is to get the variable by itself. A variable is any letter of the alphabet. The one you most commonly see is probably the letter X. Get rid of all the numbers around the variable. Look at the side with the variable to decide what to do. So here are our steps. First, you want to do the opposite math operation on both sides. Subtraction is the opposite of addition, and division is the opposite of multiplication. If a fraction is multiplied to a variable, multiply both sides by the reciprocal. A reciprocal is just a fraction that's flipped on its head. So the reciprocal of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2. And finally, avoid this trap to get that A on your math test. You should never assume that the variable is on the left side. Here is an example of a problem with the variable on the right side. Walter has a helpful tip for you. Okay, friends, get your paper and pencils ready and let's do a couple of problems together.
Okay, so for our first problem, we have 3x equals 24. Now, remember about our trap. We want to look at which side the variable's on. In this problem, our variable's on the left side, which means we're gonna solve the problem on the left side. Right now, there is a 3 next to our x. Even though there's no sign, a number next to our x automatically means the 3 is multiplied to the x. We are going to do the opposite of multiplying by 3, which is going to be divide by 3. Right now, we're going to divide both sides by 3. Because let's not forget, our goal is to get that x by itself. We want to get rid of all the numbers around it. When we divide both sides by 3, on the left side, the 2 3's will cancel out. And we're left with just x. On the right side, we have 24 divided by 3, and that'll give us 8. And since x is by itself on the left side with no other numbers next to it, that's our answer, x equals 8. In our next example, you'll see that x is still on the left side. So once again, we are going to solve the equation from the left side of the equal sign. Right now, we have x plus 5, which means there is a plus 5 that's next to the x. So again, The opposite of addition is subtraction. So what we're going to do is we are going to subtract 5 from both sides to get rid of that plus 5. The plus 5 and the minus 5 cancel out. And once again, on the left side, we're left simply with x. And remember, that's our goal, get x by itself. On the right side, we have negative 13 minus 5, which is going to be negative 18. If you need a review on how to combine positive and negative numbers together, please watch our video on adding and subtracting negative numbers. In this problem, x is still on the left side, which is pretty normal for most of your problems. We're going to again work the problem from the left side of our equation. This time, we have 3/4 that's being multiplied to x. Now 3/4 is a little different because it's a fraction. So as we've learned before, we are going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, which once again is simply the fraction flipped on its head. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides by 4/3. The 4/3 is going to cancel out the 3/4 on the left side. Once again, on the left side, we have x by itself, which I'm sure you know at this point is exactly what we want. On the right side, we have 15 times 4/3, so we're going to multiply that fraction together, and we are going to end up with 60/3. And remember, a lot of your teachers will want you to simplify that. So either use a calculator or divide it out, and you'll get 60 divided by 3 equals 20.
Now let's do an example where we have to be mindful of a common trap. Remember to observe Walter's tip. Here we have x on the right side of the equation. That means we have to work from the right side. Since we have x minus 8, we have to do the opposite of that and add 8 to both sides. Notice that since addition is the opposite of subtraction, our 8's here are going to cancel, leaving x by itself on the right side. On the left side, we have 12 plus 8, which gives us 20. And we have successfully gotten x by itself. However, let's make it easier on our brains to recognize this and flip the equation around so that way we have x on the left equal to 20. If you want to see a few problems done step by step without any explanations, here it is. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you found this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to click like and subscribe.
We will see you soon in the next video, and until then,
Let's keep mathing.